guys, Jess with Wreaths. So in our last video, you saw our last step that we did is we put the raffia in these bundles. What I'm gonna do is let's see, this one here, I think I put a little bit too much raffia. So I'm gonna add some into this mesh pipe cleaner that has nothing in it because it's gonna be where I put my bow. And I think it would be cute instead of having like too much raffia over here to actually put some inside behind the bow. So there's like a little bit sticking out. So I think that'll be a good look. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna start adding in all of our embellishments. I just realized that I don't have any ficus down here, and I did want to add some of that blue ficus in there. So you might see some things in the final wreath that we don't have here, but we're doing our best. Like you saw in the last video, I did use some of this brown raffia. It was from Hobby Lobby. It came in a pack that had a bunch of different colors of raffia in it. I think there was like natural, and there was like pink, and all right, so let me re-bundle this so that everything is gonna stay together. And then I have my glue pot on and going. We're going to add in a lot of our details here. We have our bow to put in there. We have our footballs. We have the different colors of pumpkins. All right, so let's add our bow right here in this spot here where we don't have any ribbon. And what I do is I always put it through the mesh, and I put it actually in the pipe cleaner above where I want it to go, and then just fish it through the back. I don't know if you can see this pipe cleaner right here. It is, I put it in the one right above the bundle where it's going, and then I just loop it around the frame a couple of times to make sure it's nice and secure. Flip it over, check the placement, and then I'll be able to fix all the loops and the tails when everything is set and good to go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be attaching my pumpkins over here. I was gonna use these peonies. They're really pretty, they're big, and I think they're orange enough to work. They're different sizes. I don't know if you can tell, this one's a little bit bigger, but we're gonna be putting those in. Our footballs, which we're gonna put right here. We have that eyelet. In the last video, you saw how I put the eyelets in because the other football that we have didn't have that eyelet in there. So make sure you check out that video. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I show you how exactly that's added in. Okay, so we got that one there. We're gonna put a pumpkin in that middle part. This one we're gonna open up so that we can put our football in. I do attach them through the pipe cleaner so that I don't just have hot glue holding them into place. Foam doesn't normally stick the best with hot glue, so I want to make sure that it's super secure, especially since most of these wreaths go to hotter climates. I'm going to be using this so I can trim that up. This is just a pick that I got at Dollar Tree last year. I don't know if they carry them this year or not, but it does have 4 different stems on it. There's a blue sunflower, and then these 2 blue flowers, and then this blue pumpkin. So we're going to trim those off and use those. And then we're going to be using these picks that I got from Michael's last year. It's a matte blue. These are from, it says Bloom Room Fall Picks. Looks like the item number might be 1995-8545. So let me take the tags off of those. We're going to be gluing those in too. We're actually going to cut down the stem to make it a little bit shorter on those as well. Just kind of getting everything ready before I unplug my glue pot. I don't have an outlet over here, so I want to make sure that when I do unplug that glue pot, that everything is good to go and can be put in quickly, and that glue doesn't have time to harden up and not stick for me. So I'm just getting all those price tags off, shortening those up. All right, just cutting those a little bit. All right. And then we have our blue pumpkins and our orange pumpkins that we're going to alternate. And we're going to be good to go on that. So let me go grab over our glue pot. Please be careful when you're using your glue pot. You don't want to burn yourself. Please, please. So in the last video too, I showed you that I put these stems in here with some super glue, and then I just put a little bit of Gorilla Glue hot glue around the edge to hold that stem in. What the hot glue does, it provides like an immediate hold. The super glue provides a permanent hold, and trying not to, there you go. So I just stuck that down in there. And if I have to trim my tails, I will. I want to make sure that you can see the footballs and the pumpkin and know what that is. It's not just a ball. Okay, so let me add my peonies in, the rest of my florals, and then I think we're going to be good to go. So let me stick this over here. I'm just taking the stem and pushing it down far enough to stay, but not far enough for it to poke through the back of the wreath. And if it does, we'll just trim it out the back at that time. So here we go. Let me get that next one. So let me know in the comments below, are you guys already thinking about fall? I know that all the stores and everything already have fall things out, so it makes me feel a little bit better about making a fall wreath in July. You have to let me know what you think about this. And my thought process behind adding so many blue elements is that I used orange mesh, and so adding the blue items helps to kind of balance it out. I'm just dipping that stem in the hot glue, trying to get off as much hot glue as possible so we don't have a ton of glue strings. Just sticking that pumpkin in. Okay, we're just alternating back and forth and back and forth. Making sure I'm not getting hot glue on myself if possible. We're not looking for any burns today. All right, there you go. Okay, now we're going for the next blue item that was in that pick. That's a blue pumpkin. Okay, now we're going for this pumpkin, which is really pretty. It's a big velvet pumpkin. I actually got it from the Dollar Tree last year. I don't know, I haven't been there to see, ouch, if they're going to have them again this year or not. This is really pretty. And I'm making sure that I'm paying attention to where I'm putting these in. This one is right above, right next to the bow, which is going to be really pretty. Okay, our next thing is one of these stems. Here we go. What do you guys think about blue and orange together for fall decorations? You know, some people are really into it. Other people, like I made some blue. I made a blue and like burgundy wreath last year and it did not catch on or sell like I thought it would actually. So maybe sometimes like people will say, like wreath makers, they'll tell us that there's like a trend going on, you know, like certain colors are popular. Like for instance, even like last year for Halloween, we were told, you know, like pink is really in, people are going to be really into that, but it didn't really seem to catch on the best. But this year it seems that people have caught on because there's a lot more pink decor for Halloween this year, it seems like. So you'll have to let me know what to think about that. All right, we're almost done putting these in. Like I said before, I'm going to go grab that ficus that we painted blue and add this into the wreath, and then we're going to be good to go. And then what's next? This blue pumpkin. I think the stem might be slightly too long. But like I said before, I'm making sure that I am being aware of what direction I put the pumpkin. You don't want to put it with the stem facing down or anything like that. Keep an eye on where your bow is. Okay, we're going to put this in here and then we're done. So this measure is about, let's see, 24 to 25 inches. Making sure everything is good to go in here. I always make sure that I shake the wreath before I ship it out. Make sure nothing's falling out. Fluff the bow a little bit. Pull this one down a little. Stick this ribbon out. There's always fluffing to do. See, I even can tell that this side, my ribbon tails are a little bit longer than the other side. So I'm gonna do a little trim here while I'm noticing it. I don't know why when I make wreaths, it tends to go that way. For some reason, I put these ones longer. I don't know the rhyme or reason. Either way, it all ends up getting figured out at the end. I'm going to shorten these a little because I want to make sure that everyone sees the footballs and the pumpkin. And there we go. We are done. What do you guys think? Nice and full and fluffy. We got our pumpkins and all the good things. All right, this one will be listed in my Etsy shop shortly at peekaboo-shop/peekaboo-wreaths. My link is also in the description. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.